Today we're taking a closer look at our all-new Pro Kit for 35, 120, and 4x5 film scanning. This all-new version of our Pro Kit includes our brand new Pro Film Carrier 35 Mark II, as well as our Pro Film Carrier 120 Mark II and relevant adapter plates. And it's going to include a host of other relevant products and accessories to make sure you can quickly and easily scan your film while also guaranteeing sharp results every time. This new kit launch times up nicely with a major milestone in negative supply history. We're about to celebrate our 5-year anniversary, and as a result of which, this kit, the 2024 version of the Pro Kit, really is a nice culmination, a marriage of years of R&D in all of these products. So you can absolutely rest assured knowing that this is the latest, greatest, and best that negative supply has to offer. With nearly 15,000 users globally, we've gotten a much better idea of why people choose negative supply to scan their film. And there are a number of reasons, among them being expert build quality, feature-rich devices, a nice modular system where things plug and play together and you can upgrade as you choose over time. But one of the biggest reasons is that it's not flatbed scanning. And it's not a fiddly strip film scanner. It's not something that doesn't hold your film flat and takes hours to use to get anything done. This system allows you to scan full-length rolls of film in as fast as 60 seconds once you get used to it. You can scan your mounted slides in moments, sheets of 4x5-inch film in a few seconds apiece, etc. Plainly put, this system is wicked fast compared to anything else that many of you will have done previously, and this includes virtual drum or drum scanning as well. Not only is it exponentially faster than those processes, but it also gives you comparable results, and in some cases, far better results than something you may have used previous to a system like this. So let's take a closer look at what's included in this all-new version of our Pro Kit. At the center of any film scanning kit with a DSLR or mirrorless digital camera is your copy stand. That is truly the backbone of your system. And the ProRiser Mark III is the copy stand included in this new version of the Pro Kit, and it does not disappoint. This copy stand is currently the tallest in our lineup, has the largest solid metal baseboard, has a laser engraved and etched scale where you can easily remember where to go back to for certain focal lengths, has user adjustable pressure plate on the front of the head where you can correct for any drift or drooping of the camera, and so on. And also this really nice fine-tuned focusing mechanism. When you start turning the knob, it stops. It's a thoughtfully designed copy stand and it works exceedingly well. Another core piece to a system like this is your light source. This Pro Kit includes our 4x5 Light Source Pro 99 CRI model. This is our top trim light source for scanning up to 4x5-inch film. It is incredibly bright. It is very even edge to edge. And like I said, it's made for scanning up to 4x5-inch film. We do recommend that if you're going to scan 4x5 that you use a 90mm full frame equivalent lens or longer. If you're scanning 120 or something like that, you can really use just about whatever focal length you prefer. So after our copy stand and our light source, another really important piece of this kit is the film carriers, and this kit includes the newest. We have our Pro Film Carrier 35 Mark II, and we have our Pro Film Carrier 120 Mark II. We have in-depth videos about these carriers to really show off all the new features and tricks that they have to offer, but strongly recommend you give those a watch after this one. Another thoughtful addition in this kit is our Pro Mount Mark II. By default, the Pro Kit is also going to include our extended machined aluminum legs, which allow the Pro Mount Mark II to sit easily around the 4x5 Light Source Pro without any fuss or play. The Pro Mount Mark II is a really exciting accessory because it also includes adapter plates that connect both your Pro Film Carrier 35 Mark II and the Pro 120 Mark II straight onto the Pro Mount to allow them to stabilize where they're not drifting left to right or forward and back. They also mask extraneous light to help maximize contrast on your film scan. And along with the Pro Mount Mark II, you get a double-sided anti-static dust removal brush. This is for up to 120 medium format film. It magnetically attaches on the side, and all of your film, be it strips or rolls of 35 or 120, has dust and debris removed before you capture the scan. So both of these Mark II Pro carriers come with their standard format cassettes along with standard interchangeable masks. For 35mm, that's going to be half frame, standard 35mm frame, and X-Pan or wide lux panoramic frames. For 120, that's going to be 645, 6x6, 6x7, and 6x9 centimeters. Both of these carriers also include their full border scanning cassette counterparts. So what this is going to allow you to do is scan out to the full rebate edge of your 35 or 120 film. New for our Mark II version of our 120 carriers is that when we say full border, we mean full. You get 100% of that piece of film, the entire rebate, all the wording, all the letters, all the numbers, etc. We're very proud of that achievement. The same is true on the 35mm. And in addition to those full border cassettes being included, a complement of matching full border masks for both the 120 and 35mm are also included. In addition to the relevant adapter plates and full border scanning cassettes, both of our Mark II Pro film carriers also include their film scanning hoods. These hoods just go straight on top of your film carriers, and what they allow you to do is scan with your overhead lights on or the blinds up behind you, etc., with less fear of unwanted extraneous light coming in and reducing contrast on your scan or introducing unwanted glares. One of our most popular products in company history, our 35mm slide scanning kit, known as our basic 35mm slide scanning kit, really. This is also included in the new Pro kit. And the nice thing is, because this adapter, just like the adapters for our Pro Mark II carriers, they're all the exact same size. So they all just drop in to the adapter plate that's included with your ProMount Mark II. No hardware, no tools required, no fuss, it just works when you need it to, every time. This mounted slide holder is great because it has an adjustable film gate and allows you to quickly and easily move through your 35mm mounted slides. It works both with modern plastic, maybe pack-on style slide mounts, or vintage cardboard mounts, say for an Agfa slide or Ektachrome or Kodachrome. Our Pro kit also includes our 4x5 sheet film scanning kit. And when you want to use this product, we say that you remove the ProMount Mark II, just take it off from over the light source, and the bottom of this sheet film scanning kit has an adapter plate that just goes straight onto the light source. No fuss, no tools, again, just like our mounted slide holder and our Pro carrier adapter plates dropping straight into the Pro mount opening. There's no hardware required to make these changes quick and easy. Our sheet film scanning kit is great because you can scan full-size sheets of 4x5" film with 100% of the rebate on all four sides, including your notch codes, batch numbers, and all that fun information. But you can additionally scan, say, a 6x12 negative, or if you have a short strip of 35mm film, or if you need to unmount, say, a mounted 6x6 or 6x9 transparency and don't want to use our 120 slide holder, which is sold separately, you can use this device for all of those myriad applications as well. On the topic of modularity, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, because I kind of alluded to this a moment ago, the 4x5 Light Source Pro technically has the exact same opening as the adapter plate on top of the included ProMount Mark II. So let's say if for some reason you didn't want to use the ProMount Mark II, or you just needed a smaller setup for whatever reason. All of these adapters, all of these products drop straight onto the light source. So the ProMount is really just here to add leveling functionality and to add the dust removal brush and little features like that. None of that is absolutely essential, but these are the features that pros look for, or film enthusiasts that shoot a lot really care about. But let's say you're traveling and don't want to take everything, or you're going back and forth between a studio and home with your system. Sometimes it might be easier just to take the Pro Light, which means you wouldn't really need to carry the Pro Mount and the brush and all that other stuff with you anyway. So we're going to quickly demonstrate how to set this system up for scanning 35, 120 mounted slides and 4x5" film. Then we're going to show some sample scans. I'm not actually going to scan right now because this is not where we normally scan, but we will show some of those scans here towards the end of the video. So for 35mm film, I'm going to scan just regular 24x36mm standard frames. So I'm going to insert the standard size mask for our full border scanning cassette right into the side of the carrier, and then put that back in place. And then I'm going to put the film, just start it, put my dust removal brush back on. Typically you can leave the brush on. Sometimes I take it off to load. It really just depends. Then I'm going to slide the film until it engages with the roller, and then line up my first frame, capture that scan, move to the next frame, capture, and so on and so forth. Now, the ProFilm Carrier 35 Mark II is designed for strips or rolls of film. Typically, strips as short as 3 frames can be scanned with nice, flat, sharp results. But a 4-frame strip or longer typically works best when you actually want to use the Film Advance module, as we call it, which is the CNC machined aluminum Film Advance knob. Typically those rollers don't engage until the 3rd frame, so do keep that in mind. But even 3-frame strips are held sharp and flat for consistent results every time. Let's say I wanted to switch from regular, standard 35mm film to X-Pan. Just take out the mask, put in the X-Pan mask, put it back on the Pro mount, and I'm ready to go. Another thing to mention is how to change the format cassettes and the Film Advance modules on the new ProFilm Carrier 35 Mark II. So to change the format cassette, simply undo the 2 CNC thumb screws on the top of the carrier. These just come out, and then the cassette is going to slide out. Now, these cassettes are important because we have a wide range of these. So we have cassettes for 126, APS, Minox subminiature, Super 8 and 8mm, 110, all sorts. Really every film format made since the year 1899, we have a cassette for either our Pro 120 Mark II or the Pro 35 Mark II to work with all of those formats. But here's the problem. Until we got to the Mark II version of our Pro film carriers, yeah, sure, maybe you could change a cassette, but the Film Advance module was pre-built into the carrier, and it was designed for 35mm or for 120. So obviously, you're not going to want to buy 15 or 20 different Pro film carriers for all these different niche formats. So what we've done is we make interchangeable cassettes that slide in. We also have magnetically engaging interchangeable Film Advance modules for every format made since 1899. Simply slide that into the carrier, slide your format cassette in, put your thumb screws back in place, and the nice thing is it uses the same chassis as 35mm film, so you use the same adapter plate, same Pro Mount Mark II, the dust removal brush works, you can use the same film scanning hood, etc. The modularity of this system is absolutely unrivaled, and it is what professionals demand. All right, so we have our Pro 120 Mark II carrier with full border scanning cassette in place. We have our brush installed. We're just going to load some 120 film, pop the hood on, and then we'll show some results at the end. So I simply insert the film at the side of the carrier, then I'm going to slide this dust removal brush back on, and then push the film through to the first frame. Capture that first frame, and then by typically the start of the second frame of either 6x6, 6x7, 6x9, the Film Advance module, aka the rollers, will engage and allow you to quickly and easily roll through from frame to frame while keeping perfectly sharp results throughout the entirety of that roll of film. Just like the ProFilm Carrier 35 Mark II, the Pro 120 Mark II also has some nice interchangeability. So while you can change out the format cassettes for 120 standard, 120 full border, 127, 616, and so on, those just change out magnetically. The cassettes just drop in and out magnetically, no thumb screws, no hardware, no nothing. And then the Film Advance module, just like on the Pro 35 Mark II, magnetically engages. It just slides out from the side, slides back in, install the appropriate cassette, and you're ready to scan that next format of film. Scanning 4x5 film with the Pro Kit is also super quick and easy. On the side of the 4x5 film scanning kit, there's actually a couple of reliefs where you can easily grab the top sheet of acrylic, put your piece of film right on the inside, make sure everything looks nice and even, and then carefully and slowly lower that top piece of acrylic. And you just scan through this and enjoy the fast and efficient workflow of scanning 4x5 literally faster than you probably ever have in your life if you've ever scanned it any other way. For 35mm mounted slides, you can really scan with or without the ProMount Mark II. Typically, I don't use the ProMount Mark II for this because you don't use the dust removal brush for the mounted slides. I guess technically you could pass the slides through manually, but I don't. So the mounted slide scanning kit just drops straight onto the light source or onto the ProMount Mark II. And then there is an adjustable gate on the slide holder, so I'm going to open that all the way up, push it in a bit, tighten these screws down, and then I'm going to capture an image of the slide. And typically, actually, I would rotate it to be the other orientation where it's going in line, complementing the orientation of my digital camera's sensor as well. And it's easy to flip this light source. So I'm just going to flip that to line up with the camera, capture the scan, and then move on to the next frame. Now with 35mm mounted slides, you can simply push one slide out with the next. Now one of the things you'll notice is you might need to fine tune the gate on this a little bit. Not a big deal, just loosen it up a little bit, push one slide out with the next. And then keep moving through your boxes of slides. This is a very quick and efficient way to scan your mounted slides, and as such, this is, like I said earlier, one of the most popular products in negative supply history. So this is obviously a tremendous amount of information, a whole lot of different products included in one kit, and we know that can lead to questions. So please feel free to schedule a free concierge call on our website. Anywhere you are on Earth, we'll be more than happy to either take a phone call, Zoom, Skype, etc. to answer your questions in detail and make sure you get the support you need to really help guide your purchasing decision around which kit you need, which accessories might be helpful, and so on. This kit is available for order directly on the Negative Supply website and through our retail network globally, which is growing monthly. So if you have a question about whether or not a retail partner is in your area, you can actually visit our website, click on our retail partners page, have a look at the map, and see where the closest dealer is for you. Thanks again for tuning into this video all about our new Pro Kit, which is a huge milestone for us as we get ready to celebrate our 5th year. And I'd be remiss if I didn't also thank you all for continuing to support Negative Supply over these years, and hopefully for the next 5 and beyond. Thanks again for tuning in, and until next time, go shoot some film.